My girlfriend dated me because of a dare. Before I delve into the complexities of my high school drama, let me take you back to the innocent beginnings of our relationship. Before we started dating, I had a crush on her for roughly a year. It was quite well known since one of my old friends spilled it directly to her and her friends. They giggled for some time, but she never made a move on me or spoke to me about it. We're just classmates and aren't close. For New Year's, she hosted a birthday party for her 17th birthday. I was overjoyed and happily came. The party was a lively affair, filled with laughter, music, and the joyous energy of ringing in a new year. It was a great party. However, I was mostly off to the side since my old friends were mainly mingling with other people, leaving me to observe from a distance. Despite this, the atmosphere was infectious, and I was happy to be there. A few days afterward, she came up to me and asked to meet me after school. We agreed at the park to where she confessed she had feelings for me and wanted to be a couple. I was over the moon and we began dating that day. Little did I know, that night would set in motion a series of events that would challenge the very foundation of trust in our relationship. Our relationship was pretty solid. We didn't get to many fights, but she wasn't all that affectionate, which I was fine with. We never got intimate, and mainly did small things like cuddling. The initial months were filled with the typical highs and lows of teenage romance. We had our fair share of small disagreements, but overall, our connection felt solid. However, as the 5-month mark approached, an unexpected revelation shook the very core of our bond. Skip to 5 months. She was in my home and in the kitchen, making herself a snack. Her phone was buzzing, and she asked me to bring it over. Her settings are where you can see the first line of the message. The phone also automatically turns on whenever she receives a notification. In a moment of curiosity, fueled by the automatic display of the message's first line, I caught a glimpse of a conversation that would change everything. The words on the screen hinted at a dare, a plan concocted during her birthday party, and a shocking motive behind our relationship. Unable to resist the pull of suspicion, I unlocked her phone and delved into the messages. What I discovered was a plot, a cruel prank devised by her friends, challenging her to ask me out. The original intention was a simple one-time date, followed by a quick breakup, casting me as the unwitting victim of a heartless game. She got guilty when we continued dating for months upon months. It was supposed to be a one-time thing with a simple date at a restaurant. They planned to hook me up with someone and frame me for cheating in the next few weeks, so she has a valid reason to break up with me. It also gave the other girls a chance to spread rumors about me. We got into a huge fight, and I told her to leave, and that we are done. Confrontation led to confession, and as the truth unfolded, I found myself facing a harsh reality. The girl I had grown to care for had entered into our relationship under false pretenses. The initial shock gave way to anger, and in the heat of the moment, I demanded her departure, declaring an end to our relationship. As the weight of the revelation settled in, I grappled with the aftermath, contemplating how to navigate the turmoil that awaited. Her belongings remained in my space, a tangible reminder of a love tainted by deception. With the school year coming to an end, graduation offered a glimmer of relief, promising an escape from the painful echoes of betrayal. Little did I know that the story had only just begun, setting the stage for a tumultuous journey of healing, redemption, and unexpected twists that would shape the course of our lives. Days turned into weeks, and the aftermath of our breakup became a whirlwind of emotions and revelations. As I grappled with the betrayal, I found myself seeking solace in the support of friends who rallied around me. Screenshots of her confession became my silent armor, a potential weapon should things take a darker turn. Despite my attempts to move on, the haunting questions lingered. Were her apologies genuine, or were they just another layer of deception? Would her friends unleash further schemes to salvage their crumbling reputations? These thoughts consumed me as I meticulously packed her belongings into a box, ready to be left outside as a final act of closure. The digital realm, once a source of connection, became a battlefield. I blocked her friends' numbers to shield myself from their harassment, but her messages continued to trickle through. With a pending exchange of belongings looming, I hesitated to sever the last thread connecting us. The school year neared its end, and graduation approached like an impending storm. A call from her father added a surprising twist to the narrative. He apologized for the accusations and acknowledged the evidence I provided. Armed with screenshots, he delved into the dark world of the girls' group chat, unraveling the details of their sinister plans. The father's commitment to justice was evident as he vowed to confront his daughter's friends and expose their role in the elaborate scheme. It seemed like a resolution was on the horizon, but the unknown cast a shadow over the impending confrontation. As the day of reckoning approached, I couldn't shake the feeling that more layers of the truth remained hidden. What was the extent of her friends' involvement? Would the fallout from their actions reach beyond the confines of high school? The impending confrontation felt like the turning point, yet it hinted at a deeper web of secrets waiting to be unraveled. Graduation day arrived, marked by a mix of relief and trepidation. The looming confrontation with her friends promised closure, but the scars of deception ran deep. Little did I know that the revelations would only scratch the surface, leaving me with more questions than answers as I stood on the precipice of a new chapter. The aftermath of graduation had brought a semblance of closure, but the echoes of the past continued to reverberate. As summer unfolded, the tension lingered in the air, awaiting the resolution promised by the impending confrontation with her friends. A call from her father provided an update on the situation. He had indeed confronted the parents of her friends, unearthing the roots of their collaboration in the ill-fated prank. Some were furious, while others grappled with the shock of discovering their daughter's involvement in such a malicious plan. However, the complexity of the situation deepened when her father revealed that his daughter had been grounded and stripped of technology. The drastic measures seemed a heavy-handed attempt at discipline, raising questions about the balance between justice and understanding the intricacies of teenage relationships. In an unexpected turn, her father shared that he intended to redirect the earnings from her summer job directly into her college fund. The decision, while admirable in its commitment to her education, left me pondering whether it truly addressed the root of the issue or merely applied a band-aid to the wounds inflicted. As the summer progressed, I found myself grappling with conflicting emotions. While part of me sympathized with the turmoil her father faced, another questioned whether this stringent discipline would foster genuine growth and self-reflection. The complexities of forgiveness and redemption began to overshadow the initial desire for revenge. Amidst this internal struggle, a surprising message arrived from my ex-girlfriend. She expressed a genuine desire for closure and understanding. Her words painted a picture of someone wrestling with the consequences of her actions, desperate for an opportunity to make amends. The invitation to meet in person again opened a new chapter in this convoluted tale. Was this a sincere attempt at redemption, or a carefully crafted manipulation to ease her own guilt? The prospect of facing her again brought a wave of uncertainty, and the looming meeting left me with more questions about the authenticity of her intentions. As the summer days unfolded, the complexities of forgiveness, justice, and self-discovery intertwined, creating a tangled web of emotions. The resolution sought in the confrontation with her friends seemed to be just the tip of the iceberg, leaving me to navigate uncharted waters where trust and deceit danced in a delicate balance. The next chapter awaited, promising revelations that could either bring closure or plunge the story into even murkier depths. The summer days unfolded with a mix of anticipation and trepidation as I grappled with the complexities of the situation. The invitation to meet my ex-girlfriend again hung in the air like a question mark, each passing day intensifying the internal debate over whether to grant her the opportunity for closure. As the agreed-upon meeting day approached, I found myself torn between skepticism and the glimmer of hope that genuine remorse lay behind her words. The air buzzed with tension as we sat across from each other, the weight of unspoken questions filling the space. She began by recounting her journey since our breakup. Grounded and stripped of technology, she described the isolation that allowed introspection. She delved into the intricacies of her friendship with the girls involved, the pressures she felt to conform, and the deep-seated fear of being ostracized for her true identity. In a surprising revelation, she confessed that she identified as a lesbian. The revelation added a layer of complexity to the narrative, explaining the lengths she went to hide her true self, in a circle marked by homophobia. The pressure to maintain a facade had led her to participate in the misguided prank, using our relationship as a cover to shield her from judgment. As her story unfolded, a blend of understanding and empathy began to soften the edges of my anger. The realization that she had grappled with her own internal struggles humanized her, forcing me to confront the complexities of her situation. The boundaries between right and wrong blurred as shades of gray emerged, challenging my initial judgments. She confessed to using our relationship as a prank to avoid being labeled a social outcast, a revelation that stirred mixed emotions within me. While forgiveness remained elusive, the recognition of her vulnerability and the societal pressures that shaped her actions added a layer of compassion to the narrative. In the end, I made it clear that while I could comprehend the struggles she faced, the breach of trust had left wounds that required time to heal. The conversation served as a cathartic release, a step towards closure for both of us. Days turned into weeks, and the unfolding summer brought a gradual sense of peace. The complexities of the situation had unveiled a tapestry of human vulnerabilities, societal expectations, and the consequences of misguided actions. The high school drama that began with a dare had transformed into a nuanced exploration of forgiveness and understanding. The only thing I forgave her for was her being a lesbian. I'm a straight cis male, but I can't imagine how scary it might be to be in a circle full of homophobics, whom you knew since you were kids, if I was gay. As I prepared to embark on the next chapter of my life, the positive end emerged not in the form of a perfect resolution, but in the acceptance of imperfection. The scars remained, but the experience had shaped me into a more resilient and empathetic individual. The lessons learned would accompany me into the future, a testament to the transformative power of navigating through the intricacies of human relationships. Alright, let me spill the beans on the latest plot twist in this sitcom-worthy drama. Picture this, scrolling through social media, trying to dodge drama like Neo dodges bullets, and there it is, my ex at an LGBTQ+ event, proudly shouting, "Embracing my true self, #proudlesbian." Now, here's the punchline. Remember her whole struggle with figuring out her sexuality? Well, turns out that was just Act 1. I play detective, chat with buddies who attended the event, and guess what? The LGBTQ+ community wasn't exactly giving her a red carpet welcome. As I delve into the online circus, a peculiar pattern shows up. Her big coming out speech? More like a strategic move, a sympathy play in her never-ending quest for attention. The "I'm a lesbian" bomb? Just another card up her sleeve. In a twist that's almost too absurd, the person who duped me for ages was now attempting a fresh act for sympathy. A budding psychopath? Maybe not Hollywood level, but definitely sitcom material. So, here's to the craziness, the kind that makes you do a double take and then laugh. Moving forward, I'm packing not just the scars of deception, but a knack for finding humor in life's quirks. Because when the script goes haywire, why not grab some snacks and enjoy the show? This was sent to us anonymously. Moving on. Send your story to us to get featured, subscribe to Tell Me, and stay tuned.